morning. I started a little bit later this morning, so I decided that I would try to get quite a few jobs done before I have to get on the highway and get to work. But one of the jobs is sorting out this solar pump that I bought for my weed tea bin. I've also let out my little babies, and they're in this terrible little makeshift house. Under full supervision because the butcher birds are very keen to make a quick meal out of them. So they're in this very badly constructed temporary enclosure while I'm just doing little jobs. I've cleaned out their house and all the chooks are watered. So I'm going to open up this and try to figure it out. I had a little look last night at the instructions. The instructions are very interesting. There's no instructions. Right. It looks like a little creepy face. Look at that. Oh. That's weird. That's really creeped me out. Anyway. Okay, so let me read the instructions for the solar air pump. If I can open it. That's it. It just has all the different models on there. Yeah. Maybe I was really tired last night. This is terrible. I just laughed at the fact that it's suitable for emergency oxygen increase when power failure. I don't know what that's about. And you can oxygenate when you're fishing in the wild. I don't get that. But there's a little man fishing in the wild. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, connect air tube, blah, blah, blah. I can't bother reading instructions. That's my toxic trait. Yeah, that's it we've got. So, my plan is... What? Oh, solar panel. I assume we go like this. And whack that in there. So this gets dropped into the water. And then this is supposed to make air. Just like that. Okay. That's what it... Damn, it's the sun. Most basic effort. Okay, let's find some sun. It's already so hot and humid. Yuck. I don't know if that needs to be like out of the weather. Sunlight. Turn her on. There's air coming out. There's air coming out. All right. So is it on off switch? Let's just turn it off because I don't know what I'm doing yet. I love starting projects when I have like zero time. Always trying to do too much at once. Now I wonder, just for today, there's actually not a lot of water in there. So, oh God. All right, we're getting rid of the tripod. So what I want to do, is I think I want to drill a little hole in the lid so I can thread the pipe through, because I don't want there to be a gap in the lid because that will encourage mosquitoes to come in. So I don't know actually how much water is in here, but I think just for today, because I'm impatient and I like to have a crack at things, I'm going to just plop this in and maybe have a crack at it again this afternoon. There is a bit of water. It's disgusting in here. I'm not going to touch it with my hands. I was meant to buy some big rubber gloves the other day, but I forgot. Sink, little buddy. All right. What I also want to do is actually harvest that weed and put it into my compost bin. So I'm just going to do a bit of this for now. You can go there. Obviously not. This is not. All right. We've got our solar panel. Got our little pipey thing. And we've got water. Bubbles, air. Look at that. Cool. All right, I've got an idea. Now I wonder if I can close this lid without crushing the tube. Probably not, eh? Get a little stick friend to help. All right. Again, temporary. Hopefully, I hope it doesn't fill up with flies. Okay. Cool. Watch this space. And this afternoon, I'm going to do it properly. What do you think? Are you impressed? Oh, you look kind of depressed. Not impressed, depressed. What's the matter, Chucky? You sleep, girl. They're all molting, so they are depressed at the moment. If you're new here, hi, I'm Emma. I'm trying to become financially independent so that I can just drop out of the rat race. I plan to move to Tasmania in the future to live on acreage and grow what I need to eat and just live a more simple and wholesome life. But in the meantime, I'm keeping myself occupied in the garden of Mum's house where I'm currently living to maximise how much money I can put into property. At the time of recording this voiceover, my Tassie property has now settled and it's just that, mine, which is flipping cool. But also a slow burn because I can't logistically move there for a while. Anyhow, this year I made it my mission to learn as many skills as possible to take with me when I move, and that includes experimenting with gardening hacks. I have a semi-productive veggie garden here, but I'm always looking for hacks to increase the growth and nutrition whilst not spending money unnecessarily. Let me tell you what started off with some very simple and good intentions of making a weed tea bin very quickly turned into something that was just testing my patience. I think I'm a learn by do kind of person, and I did learn quite a few things by throwing myself into this task. A couple of months ago, I made this weed tea bin and made a video about it, which you can see here. But I went away for a few weeks down to Tassie to check out houses. And when I came back, it was pretty funky. And I put that down to it sitting in a still anaerobic environment. The objective of putting in this solar bubbler was to aerate it and thus discourage the anaerobic bacteria that cause the stink factor. I did mention that I'm trying to save money, but I'm really a self-proclaimed tight ass and will just try to make do with what I've got. I also don't want to purchase new things unnecessarily because I think that there's so much crap in the world that we should be recycling and reusing and just working with what we've got. Anyway, the drill that I am using in this was actually a gift from my parents over 10 years ago and has definitely served its purpose, but perhaps is looking to be upgraded in the near future. Anyway, both batteries were flat, and because I wanted to do this here and now and not patiently wait for the batteries to charge, I just worked around it, and I used a little tiny drill bit to stab a little hole and then increase the size of the drill bits to eventually make it big enough to jam that bitch through. And it worked. So I was pretty chuffed with my MacGyvering. Okay, just need to submerge that one and this one, and should be good. So yesterday I put my little solar pump thing into the wheelie bin, and pretty much as soon as I finished doing it, I realized that I stuffed up because I put it at the front of the lid, and in my couple of brain cells that were firing at that moment, I was like, oh, I'll put it at the front, because actually I don't even remember. I don't know why I thought that was a logical idea. I think I thought I didn't want to put it like in the side because I wanted to be able to fill the bin all the way up with liquid. But now every time I want to open the bin, it just stuffs everything up. So, I have to change that now, and I need to pull that out. So I need to pull this out and then redo it. But fortunately, my drill, I did charge that today, so it won't take as long. What I'm also going to do is pull out some of the weed muck and chuck it in the compost bin, because we're actually about to get finally a downpour, and I just want to pop all that in the compost bin, and I might leave the lid off just to drown out some of the stink that might make. And so I don't have too long to get that done, so I'm just going to work really quick to quickly pull the pipe out, pull out all the weeds, redo the whole drill thing, shove the tube in, and redo it all. So hopefully we can get it done before it starts raining cats and dogs. Anyway, let's go. It's actually just started to spit. And if it's a Queensland storm, then it's going to shit down very soon. So, Fluffy away. She's sitting there. I'll get her away as a matter of priority. Come on, little chuk. Go big. Yeah, it's been a yuck. And I do just like to let my big girls out for a little run around every afternoon. So we'll do that too. Yeah, you can come with me. This is my makeshift setup because it was like 1,000,000 degrees. Whoops, for Fluffy today. Little circus tent situation. Yeah, do you want to come out for a little wander before it starts pissing down? Come on. Come on. Are you going to come out? I don't care. Do what you want. Ugh. If you are not aware of the benefits of weed tea, I will tell you. 1. It repurposes weeds that usually have seed heads or suckers that would sprout in other composting methods, and then turns it into a liquid tonic for your plants. Number 2, by soaking it in liquid, or water rather, it helps to break down the plant cell walls, making the weeds easier to compost, thus speeding up the composting process. I think there's a cockroach on me somewhere. Oh my god, this is like a flippin' disaster. Number 3, I can't actually think of a third. But if you had enemies, you could douse them in this because it smells really bad. I'm really hoping that the aeration will help to reduce the stink. And as I am editing this long after I installed the solar bubbler, I can confirm that it has made a a large difference to the stinky mix stink factor. Okay, I'm really surprised at how green that still looks. It's been there for a long time, and I don't know how this cockroach is living in there. Do cockroaches not, can they breathe underwater? But this is what it looks like. I'm gonna put these little guys in there. Drop them in. Yep. And then turn it on. Just turn it on. Button. On button. Oh my god. Does that work? Did I turn it on? Okay, gosh. Try to do stuff in a rush. It's not good. Okay. Cool. So we've got some aeration. I'll drop them a bit lower. They're in there, little guys. Bubbles. Yeah, I got some bubbles. And it's just starting to rain, so I'm going to try to lift that into the compost bin. Pop this away. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm pretty proud of my effort. It was like 38 degrees today, so I've just been hiding inside in the aircon. I thought the babies would have wanted to come out, but Mum said no. And by Mum, I mean Scruff. We're not worried by Fluffy. This little one tried to jump on her this morning and it freaked her out. But they're all fine. God, they're getting big. Probably want some more food. How cute they are. Experiencing rain for the first time. All right. They're done. They're my babies. Now, oh my god, it's still too humid. Let's hold this bloody thing over. Hopefully I can do that. Look out. It's just gross. Look at all these. There's some maggots in there. I don't know how they got in there. But the chooks can eat them. They're molting. That's why they look like that. She looks so gross. But yeah, there are some maggots. So enjoy them. Gross. So this morning I filled up my bin with some more rainwater. We've had a lot of rainwater overnight, and yesterday I scooped out all of the weeds, and the aeration pump is going beautifully. But what I realized just a minute ago is that there's a freaking split in the bin. I don't know where that came from. And there was water just pissing out of it. So that's fun. I've literally got this all set up and now there's a freaking split in it. So I'm going to try to do some basic repair on it. I don't know. If you've got any suggestions, please let me know. But it's full of all this liquid that I have nowhere to put, and I don't really want to just drain it right now because it's taken so long to accumulate it. I'm so annoyed. Just realized I didn't film any of that, but what I tried to do was put some tape over it, but I kind of stuffed it up. And it's got too many bubbles in it, so it's just coming straight out. So I'm gonna redo it. Wow, damn it. That's made it worse. Stop. How did I make it bigger? And now it's going on my tripod. Gross. Stop. Let me clog it with something from the inside. Far out. Stop. Just stop leaking. Just stay inside. This sucks. Man. Where are we? It's not even focus anymore. Now everything is wet again. It's just far out. I've really cooked it. I don't know what to do. Just leaking. It's just full leaking. Okay, it's about to start raining again, but I have maybe a slightly different solution. Terrible solution. So I have some blue tack that I'm going to shove in the crack and then quickly slam over some tape. And then I've got a ratchet strap, and it probably took me about half an hour to figure out how to use a ratchet strap. Actually, I had to find one, and then I had to find some WD-40 to make it not rusty anymore, and then figure out how to use them. So meanwhile, it's been leaking away here, and I am getting the absolute shits with it. I was just popping up here to do something and about to make my coffee, and I haven't had my coffee yet, so getting a bit annoyed now, and it's starting to rain again. So whatever, I'm just going to do this. If it doesn't work, then future Emma's problem, I guess. So the plan is, where's the tape on? I'm going to rip this tape off, shove a bit of blue tack in, just to act as like some putty, just to fill in the crack for a second. Put another piece of tape on, and then I'm going to slide this around it. All in the name of saving a few dollars by buying a second-hand bin. I swear it didn't have a leak to begin with. Maybe it just had a weakness, and then it's I've just made it even weaker. I've never had to use one of these before. Okay. Just stay there for a second. Alright. So a blue tack. I can get it off. Shoved it on my watch because I had nowhere to put it. Now it's stuck. Ew, gross. It's stuck to me. This is like, oh man. Why is nothing working today? I think I just need to go inside and get under the covers. I wonder if I could I wonder if I can melt like some wax into it. Well, this will just be today's solution. I just stuffed up the sticky tape. And then I'll have to figure out something else. Cheese. Oh, cheese. Blue tack's not gonna work. Oh, I don't know. Stop leaking, man. Ooh, it is kind of working. Stop, okay? Just stop for a bloody second. Hey, the blue tack worked. I don't think it'll work for long, so let's get that tape on. And it starts to rain. All right. Sorry, I'm in the way. Probably gonna like split the rest of the bin with this thing. I think that worked. Haha, up yours, stupid thing. And now it looks beautiful, completely aesthetically appeasing. Yes, those are old undies that are now rags. I was just trying to dry it. I think it worked. Let's see how it holds up. That's pretty funny. Cool. Thanks, Mom. Good idea. You wouldn't believe it if I told you, or maybe you would, because you're far more intelligent than I am. But the other side also split. But I did fix it the same way, and I realized that I actually had to remove half the liquid because it was far too much weight for the plastic to hold. And like I said at the beginning, I learn by doing, and I learned a few things throughout this. I didn't even rage quit, but I did enjoy many caffeinated beverages throughout. And it did make me practice my patience muscle and served as a reminder that it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, I'll catch you next time.